everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this...
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the... And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Oh, that's me.
A big play there. Taking it in. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
We're ready. Check. Watch 54. Hey, here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack, Ryan. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Let's go.
Like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Now it's Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Check. Watch 54.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to us looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception.
For Leonard Fournette. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down and keep the sticks moving.
Now Leonard Fournette, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, it's Fournette.
Go, 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 run, run.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let him know, let him know.
First carry for Raquel Armstead.
It's run, run.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he loses the football a second time. And the Jags grab it. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Ready? 59, Mike. 59.
That's strong running. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Get the ball in Cowboys' hands. Here we go. Set. 10 Lobos. 59. Pick me up. Here we go. Shoot.
The carry here for the big tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And that'll set them back 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Throwing on second down now, Minshew. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he will be brought down. And not push forward into the end zone. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. They're on the defensive side of the ball, though. Any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
21-0 our score after one.
54 Mike.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go, G.
On third down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Ready? 18 Gator. 59. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Fournette on the counter. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
You ain't going nowhere.
On second down, Freeman. And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 59 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. They'll run with Fournette. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
45. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
From the 40 now on second down. Minshew. And connecting here with DJ Shark. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Shark. Widen their lead. And a nice
Nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible to something a little more advantageous.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Jags grab it. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. The throw over the middle taken in. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Jags grab it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent. And they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. This quarterback now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Minshew sets to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Touchdown, Jaguars. Touchdown. Leonard Fournette with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he loses the football a second time. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
It's a gain of 13. And a first down for Atlanta. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Now Minshew. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out.
You got it.
A call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Turned away, and the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Ryan, complete to Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Let's go, fellas.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit. deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. From the 44, Ryan. Jones has it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 21 yards away. And the Falcons are able to make things a bit more respectable. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Ryan to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford just...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Ryan. Jones hit and the ball's out, and the Jags grab it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Get it together, defense. Let's get ready for that.
Throwing again. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack. Got him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Get ready.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Ryan's throw caught by Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. This is brought. And the Jags grab it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off a game.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. This is Fournette. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He had run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
We got it. We got it. Here we go. It's 60 Pittsburgh. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, get it.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
Yeah, baby.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
10 logo. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 60. Let's go.
Running it with Armstead. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead, but don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys?
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Gardner Minshew with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, there was no secret there. They were in goal line formation. They wanted to pound it in on 4th and goal, and they did just that.
And how about the challenge? That's a challenge to the offensive line, which they eagerly accept. I haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the ball more than throw it because they get to fire out and really smack someone. And, boy, they got it done. I'm sure they were encouraging them on the sideline. Let's go. And let's run the ball as well. And they put it in for 6.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
But you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Right 25. Check, watch 54, watch 54. On deck, ready, set.
Now Ryan on first down. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he's got this down to the 35.
Come on, fellas.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. Now Ryan, and this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on second and goal. Here's Minshew, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now it's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again.
Last stop. Last stop. Push him back. Push him back.
And the Jaguars have done it. Jacksonville, the Super Bowl champions.